Hey folks, welcome back to Final Fantasy VI with me, Beanie, and him, Zek, something or other.
Something like that, yeah. Where the fuck are we? Like, I legit don't remember like this town we're about to do.
Oh, I thought I was going to say you didn't remember where we were. This is still the same concept.
Yeah, like this is
one.
like, what, 5 minutes have passed since the last episode in real time?
Basically. So the last village we went to, they said that the towns to the west and east both have decent weapons and armour to buy, so...
I don't know if that's this. Yeah, it's not.
Oh, Imperial Observation Post.
It's gonna run around an army base.
Doop, 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 doop,
Like,
doop.
don't mind us.
Excuse me. Oh, yeah, this is bad. This is a terrible idea.
That's
We
probably
made
fine.
a mistake.
I mean, they're just like new colours. That's probably fine.
That's reskins of old characters basically means they're the old character.
Obviously, yeah.
Like,
It means
it's-
like see, they're all gonna die to this one here. It's gonna be
Yep,
fine.
it'll be fine.
Absolutely fine. See, it's perfectly fine. Oh god.
Oh god, we're dying.
58, 60, nothing.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Why did I
yeah.
do that on everybody? That was pointless. I weakened it for no reason.
We can what?
The cure spell. Like, she was
Oh,
everyone
right,
that
yeah.
took damage.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
And they're all dead.
And they're dead.
See?
Yeah. You just remembered that Sephiroth has a steal ability.
Yeah, basically. One magic AP. Awesome.
Although that's a point though. How Pi was thrown out.
What? We beat him!
Yeah, you beat them, but you had a fight in there, I guess. So how is
Makes
everyone doing in
sense.
terms of spells and stuff?
Let's have a quick look.
Because
So,
Sephiroth has that star thingy, which I think means he's learned everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
he has, however, again, until we get somebody new, I don't, like, he could take Kate Sith, but I don't really care about him learning them. And I don't really want to up his, well, I don't care so much for upping his magic. I'd rather get his HP up there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
See, when I play these games, I like to make everyone learn everything. And I know that's not the most effective way of doing it because, well, not everyone are min-max anyway. But, yeah.
I just, personally, I don't see the appeal in that. Like,
I mean, that's fine.
especially with this amount of characters, I kind of prefer the strategy of trying to do it as tactically as possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that kind of is going towards the min-max area, but that's...
I mean, you're the one playing it.
Yeah.
I am merely an observer and a commentator and on occasion voice actor. In
Voice
the
actor.
biggest air quotes you can
I was
find,
gonna
voice
say.
actor.
He's getting there with that. I think once he gets those, I'm actually going to swap him over to Siren so he can get HP plus 10%, and I don't mind... I won't mind Sephiroth having some offensive magic. So we'll see about switching those two over once he's got everything learnt from Rob.
Are those the only ones you have?
Yes, those four are the only ones I have so far.
Because you can scroll down.
We've not got any, so I'm assuming there's...
Yeah.
Nothing's told us
that's
about any,
fine.
so...
Although, again, in the original game, it doesn't give you the option of scrolling down, seeing how many there are. You just like, no, these are the ones you have, deal with it. Also does the thing where they're like just random squares on a big empty page, so you have to like move between random sections of page. It's very confusing.
So apparently there's a town to the east that has... Like, this is the only thing to the east.
Right now there is, yeah.
Okay. Well...
Also, I actually think you've been to Zen before.
I don't think I have.
Maybe. I don't know.
This is my first time on this continent.
On this continent, yeah, but I think like it's on a different continent. I don't know. I don't fucking know. More accurately, I don't remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember going. I don't know. This is all new to me, so I get to be the dumb.
It's not so much new to me. It's just a very long time since I've actually seen any of this stuff. God,
Damn it!
What?
It's really hard to do the diagonal inputs on this D-pad.
Oh right.
Don't worry though, I've got it. I fixed it. I'm amazing. I'm
Sure
basically the greatest human being
you are.
/ gamer ever.
Sure, yeah.
I'm awesome. One magic AP.
Learn poison.
Yep. Ah.
Take 2 steps. Get fight with
Excuse
random
me, sir.
jokers, I guess.
Yeah. Like, what are these? Just like traveling bards, or?
I don't know. They're not very happy with you, that's for sure.
Yeah. Like,
And there seems to be a lot of them.
I think we kicked them on our way past or something. Like, I'm going to solely save her for curing at this point because he's doing the damage.
They do a lot of damage. Like one of their attacks is a quarter of your health.
Yeah, and if they've got acid rain as well, then
Yeah,
I'd like
which
to have
can
her
hit
back up
everyone.
for that. Yeah. Like, that was quite a nasty move.
Kind of reminds me of there's one point in Final Fantasy VII where random encounters are jester-style people standing on like floating platforms made out of playing cards, and their shtick is every turn they pull out a card and it does an effect based on what card it is. They have a small chance of pulling a Joker out of the deck, which automatically kills you. Just death. You
What,
you
the entire party?
No, just one person. But it's just random encounter. It kills you. Oh.
To be fair, like death magic was always a thing in the Final Fantasy games, wasn't
It
it?
is, yeah, but this is pretty early in the game.
Oh wow, yeah.
Relatively early. It's on the... I'd say it's like a third of the way through the game.
Whereabouts is it?
Have you played Final Fantasy 7?
Yes, I've played it a few times.
It's after the Gold Saucer area, I think.
Oh, okay.
Remember Gold Saucer?
Yeah. You mean the prison below it?
Well, it's after that entire
Oh,
part
it
of
was
the game.
after. Okay.
Like, they're around the desert.
Okay. I don't think I ever really fought anything there because I usually got the vehicle. Like, I think that.
No, you get the vehicle there.
And that's no, you get random encounters in the vehicle, don't you?
You do, yeah.
So yeah, I must have seen them, but I can't remember it.
The main reason I know them oh too well is because I did the Chocobo breeding in Final Fantasy 7, which, oh my god, that takes so long. But one of the places you need to catch a Chocobo is that area.
I never did the Chocobo thing.
I don't blame you.
Like
you get some really nice stuff for doing it, but it's stuff which is like so powerful that once you get it, the game's basically over.
It's like,
oh my god, dragons and giant dogs wearing armor.
I'll fully admit, I don't think I've ever actually. Oh no, sorry. I've 100%ed. Actually, no, I've 100%ed none of the Final Fantasy games. I've tried 8 and 9. Both times, I've either. It's usually like the one. Like on 9, it's the frogs and the random encounter things that want the ethers.
Yeah.
Like, I think I spent a couple of hours grinding for one of those friendly little motherfuckers on Final Fantasy 9. It just doesn't appear. So it's like, fuck this shit. And I never actually completed the game because, like, I don't
Final Fantasy 9 has some brutal in-game content. Like, you have to do the Chocobo hot on cold game.
I love that though.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
really
But then
enjoy that.
you get the Sky Garden eventually, where if you get all the way to the end of that, you fight. I think it's called Ozma or something.
Yes.
There's a giant planet or something you have to fight. Like, my god, that's a brutal boss fight.
That's the thing about the friendlies though. Like, that boss is actually easier the more the friendlies that you help. So like he loses loads of an ability for each one or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
So that's why I was trying to grind out those guys as well before I did that boss.
yeah. It's just really hard.
Yeah.
And the in-game content of Final Fantasy 8 is pretty hard. In fact, in-game content of all the Final Fantasies is really hard, which is intentional.
I will say though, there is actually one of the Let's Players who kind of motivated me to start my own channel. Actually did a full, or almost 100% playthrough of Final Fantasy 9, in which he obviously beat that boss and all the other optional bosses. I think the only thing he didn't do was the frog quest from Quina.
Right.
And like that, just seeing that done, it shows how much there is in that game. Like it's...
Oh no, Final Fantasy 9 was the last PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And they got it squeezed every ounce of capability out of that game. So it's a really good game, really well put together. Miranda! This was one of the things that they referenced.
Yes, it was. Alright, so where are we going? There is
That's a
a
good
weapon
question.
shop and an armor shop here, apparently.
They were talking about really good armor, was it?
Yep.
Which is the exact same as the previous place, so...
No. Mithril Mail's new.
Is that new?
Yep.
I'm
Mithril Helm's new.
Genuinely not paying attention to this
Makes
sort
sense.
of stuff. Like, this is all you.
So Green Beret is actually health rather than magic. I'm actually going to get one of those for Sephiroth. Mithril Mail is an upgrade for those two, so I'll get enough for both of them. And Mithril Helm, as opposed to Green Beret, I just bought them for the motherfucker.
Yeah, which is actually cheaper.
Yeah, it is. So I'm actually going to buy one and see how it is before I actually buy the second one.
Makes sense. One thing I will say, slightly against the stats and stuff in Final Fantasy games, they are both complicated and simple at the same time. In so much as complicated because you've got that huge range of stats on the left, but simple in so much as this is a new item you can buy, therefore it's always going to be better.
Usually, yeah.
Like, usually, which one's more expensive? That's the better one. Like, 99% of the time. And this game even has an optimize button, so it gives you whatever the best is.
So actually, in this case, although this is a new item that said, Green Beret is actually better. Because it's the bonus to maximum hit points, and it ups his evasion, and all the Mithril Helm does is up his defense by 1.
Well, yeah, if it's 35% evasion, you will still get hit 2 out of 3 times.
Oh, yeah. But that's
It's
still...
basically, which do you prefer? Do you prefer being able to survive a hit, or do you prefer being able to...
Well, you say that. That's only 1 extra defense. That's an 8th extra on my maximum hit points.
I mean, against your call. I'm not saying nothing.
So I'm actually going to go with that. I feel like that's a better choice.
That's fair.
I will have a...
Bastard sword. Sorry, I had to say it.
Her maximum MP right now. It doesn't actually show hit points and MP on this screen.
Nope.
That's dumb.
Yes.
I'm
I'm pretty certain it doesn't show that. until like Final Fantasy X.
Wow.
It's a massive oversight.
Yeah. Either way.
The idea being that you increase your stamina, that'll put your health points up.
Makes sense.
Like, you don't need to see the actual number.
Makes sense, I guess. Wow, that knocks some magic down a bit. So I'm actually going to keep her with the white dress, I think. Pardon me.
No.
Wow, rude. Yeah. I actually bought a few new things there. I'm not going to use most of them.
Yep.
Like, that's the problem with not being able to actually compare in the shop.
Yeah. This is a thing that they still have included in Dark Souls games, and apparently that's intentional. It's like, fuck you, developers.
See, that's... guys?
Is this a dogfighting ring?
We can do anything we want in the town.
Oh god, what the fuck was that voice? That was
What's
horrible.
wrong with it? I got a cough.
Why don't you get stuck with the counted the big dogs? I will be putting a promotion now.
Okay.
So it was like gruff and complaining.
Guys, we can solve this peacefully.
No, we can work
Guys.
together.
I'm
Stop,
here.
stop,
we got
like,
this, we got this, we got this.
stop making
Guys,
out with each other. Woof, 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 woof.
New
woof.
dubstep music.
Somebody remix that shit.
Plus about two. No.
Yeah, this is just straight up a dogfight.
Yeah, it is very much a dogfight ring.
I was supposed to have run a backwater town like this.
Fuck.
Also, that guy is.
Oh, I'm so
Oh,
close.
Jesus.
Sorry.
That guy's got weird animations. Also, periodically giving the Nazi salute.
Yeah. Like a lot of characters give.
Hitler.
A lot of the characters salute Nazis in this game.
Not okay.
Nothing new and all. Oh, boomerang for him actually.
Yeah.
I'll take
that
that. He is actually probably my weakest character in combat right now. Like, I solely am using him for stealing, and that's pretty much it. So
It's a
extra
plus
7 damage.
Yeah, 7 attack.
Is there anything I can actually do to boost his attacks a little here?
Probably.
Sprint shoes. I need to keep on.
Pretty sure doesn't Gauntlet mean you can two-hand his weapon?
Yeah, that now ups his defense.
Allows one weapon to be held with both hands.
Yeah.
So
that's
I
just
think
a
it
defensive
ups his
thing, yeah.
defense and then removes your shield, which is why it ups your defense.
Yeah, but in this case, we can't actually two-hand a boomerang. I guess makes sense.
I mean, you can find out.
Well, no, because if you, it'd knock the strength up if we could. Like, I'm assuming that.
No, wait. Why is it?
Yeah.
Why did it not work? It said something like in yellow at the bottom. I just missed it.
Yeah. Well, up the defense, but that's it.
Hmm.
Relic associated equipment have been changed. Equipment.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, optimizes. All right.
So jeweled ring is prevents fetch blah blah blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Attack command to jump. Don't really care about that. Sprint shoes. Hyper wrist. Boost wire strength. Why not?
That's a pretty big boost.
Yeah,
actually.
I'll take that. That works. Let's go with it. And then after all that, we're done in this town. I think this is the only reason we came here.
Although speaking of endgame content in Final Fantasy games, there was a massive amount of endgame content removed from. We're just gonna be looking at the guy. Usher, my love. He won't stop asking me to marry him. I mean, before the internet, people just chased other people around.
Of course.
Like Pix or GTFO.
What are you gonna say about
What the shit is that?
Cockatrices. I would guess.
Kill it with fire. Literal
However,
fire.
if those really are cockatrices, that probably means this is petrification, which I worry about. In fact, I worry enough about it.
But yeah, speaking of endgame content, Final Fantasy VI had a ton of endgame content that was cut from the original game for seemingly no reason.
Oh, that's a shame.
In the original, I don't know if it's in this one. You're probably not going to see it. It's a side area and a boss known as the Kaiser Dragon. Because like, there's a whole the endgame content of this game is a ton of different dragon fights, and then once you get to the end of that, there's another thing which you have to do like a whole ton of shit to unlock, and then when you get there, you can fight the Kaiser Dragon, which is apparently a very brutal fight. Unless you, once it was re-included into the game, it got all of its attack scripts and stuff. But originally, you could hack it into the game, and it would literally just hit you once every turn, and that was it.
Ooh.
But yeah, it was really weird that it got removed because it had it was in the game long enough to have localization into English, like its text script.
Yeah.
So like when it says stuff to you before the fight, and it was all in English.
Why
Why are you running? Were you like
Apparently
were
those
you
no,
holding down the back button?
I pressed the RB button to set her cure to affect everybody, and it seemed to set that as flee. That's weird.
Did you accidentally hold it down?
I must have hit the LB button at the same time,
I guess so.
and apparently it is just
Side attack.
yeah. You only have to press them, so
Oh,
my
now,
healers just run away.
now you're just fighting with 2 people.
That's fine.
Good job.
We'll manage.
So yeah, I think in every subsequent re-release of the game they actually added in the Kaiser Dragon endgame fight.
Okay.
I don't know if it's in this version, but I know in the PlayStation and the Game Boy version they put it back in.
Okay.
But in the original they had not.
I'd very much imagine if it was in the later, because the PS1 version, the GBA were the later version.
It entirely depends where this game is ported from.
That's true.
Because this is a Android port, so if it's ported from the original release of the game on, I want to say SNES, if it's ported from that with updated graphics, then it won't have that stuff. But if it's ported from the Game Boy or the Game Boy Advance or PlayStation version, then it might do.
You'd kind of hope it'd be ported from the later things.
You think so, but it depends where they got it from.
Yeah, we've
Like,
already seen.
it depends what's easier.
We've seen they're not the most clever people when it comes to some of their stuff they've done.
It's not so much. It's not very thorough. Is my problem.
Yeah.
Like as I pointed out in like a previous episode, when they go through certain animations which don't show up very often, they default back to their old sprites.
That's kind of what I was referring to as well.
Yeah, it's not very thorough,
Yeah.
which is a shame.
Oh well,
We'll find out.
we'll find out later.
Also, remember if you're hurting for healing, you can use Kirin, which your Seely's summon.
I can.
Which,
I don't feel like I need to waste the MP on it though. For these, like, will
Aye.
not hurt that much.
Enemy has no items. Isn't that a shame?
Yeah. I should probably be seeing from why did I do that?
You
I
fucked
just
up.
kind of gave up on that blitz halfway through.
You fucked up, son.
Ugh.
Good wyverns.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
That's kind of what wyverns look like.
That very much is what wyverns look like.
There we go. They're dead. I could probably just try attacking with Twin and like, you can probably one hit a lot of these.
Probably.
With his 600 damage.
Oh, he just learned Libra.
Yep, she's getting there of her magic.
Pretty certain Libra is scan, basically.
Okay, that's actually very useful.
Mhm.
I actually really like the scan spell, so that's really useful to know.
It's one of those things where I always use it like in the beginning of games,
Hmm.
and then just stop. It's like, I'm gonna see what happens when I hit it. Every time.
I feel like Final Fantasy VIII is the one I played most. I used it a lot.
That's
Never
because it
really
had
used
cool effects.
Yeah.
Like the first time you use it, when it's like blue screen, you could like rotate it and shit. It's like, oh man, this is amazing.
Especially
It was like you were logging it, sort of thing.
Especially since I was a kid when that game was released, so you know,
Oh,
I did enjoy those kind of things.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to explore this town next time because it's getting a little late for the episode. So thank you
Alright.
for watching.
Thank you very much for watching, I think, probably.
Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
Enjoy our rambles.
I just like walk up to a random guy. Shh, I'm a returner.
Yeah, I'm not. Guards.